guys, it's Dave and Melody from Open Box Athletics coming at you with 22.2, which is coming up tomorrow night. We're really excited to have Friday Night Lights for a second week in a row. This week, food is going to be provided by our friend Nick on Joey's team. He and his wife have a meal prep company called Be Well Fed. They'll be feeding us tomorrow night. Really excited to try their food out and also support Nick and his family. Let's talk about the workout. So really interesting one. I hope you guys like deadlifts. We hope you guys like bar facing burpees. Actually, there's been no shortage of bar facing burpees in our programming lately. Joey just programmed them yesterday. So what we have is a 10-minute AMRAP of bar facing burpees, actually deadlifts first and then bar facing burpees, with a rep scheme of 1 to 10 and then back down to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the way back down. So it's 100 reps of each movement, 100 deadlifts, 100 bar facing burpees. If you think about that volume, it could sound like a pretty big number to tackle off in a 10-minute period, but it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a really good test. For RX, what we have deadlift wise is an RX weight of, what is it for the 130, 225 and
225, 155.
225 and 155. So it's a pretty hefty deadlift. If that deadlift is something in the order of magnitude of like 60, 70+% of your 1 rep max, you might want to think about how you're going to handle that deadlift. It's going to get to be like a really high amount of deadlift reps in a short period of time. If it's closer to like 50% of your 1 rep max, it's not going to be as big of a deal. So specifically on the deadlifts, and then I'm going to let Mel touch on the bar facing burpees. The biggest things that you're going to have to keep in mind is keeping your core as tight as possible. So midline stability throughout this whole entire workout is going to be key. And being able to maintain midline stability throughout not only the deadlifts, but also the transitions from deadlifts down to bar facing burpees, and making sure that you don't blow up your lower back on either of those two movements, because there's an opportunity, a large opportunity, to not only blow up your lower back, but blow it up in such a way that getting off the ground, not only getting off the ground from the bar facing burpee, but also initially that first pull for your deadlift could end up really taxing your lower back. What we don't want is for anyone to get hurt tomorrow night or throughout this entire workout. There's just no reason for it. Be smart the whole entire time. So in your deadlift setups, make sure that you're very deliberate, make sure that you're very tight in your setup, and make sure that you keep your midline stability and that core tightness throughout your entire rep. What we're going to be looking for specifically, if you're doing this workout RX, is that you're getting your full range of motion. So you're making sure that you're finishing your deadlift reps. So that's your shoulders behind the bar at the top of the deadlift rep. That's going to be the key for having a good rep versus having a bad rep. Pretty much anything goes after that point. There's no defined language with regards to slamming the bar off the ground and using the momentum of the bar off the ground. What I'll say is the caveat there is that the harder you slam that bar off the ground, the worse it's going to feel through your body, and the harder it's going to be to keep that midline stability. So keep those things in mind as you're setting up to tackle 100 deadlifts at a significant weight. If you need to belt up, think about how you're going to manage your belt between the transition of deadlift to bar facing burpee, which is going to get busy to say the least. And then the big thing is, again, we're going to keep hounding. We'll probably keep saying it all weekend. Like, make sure you don't blow yourself up. Like, this number of deadlifts, not so much the number of bar facing burpees, but this number of deadlifts is significant. It's probably the most number of deadlifts at this type of weight that we've programmed or seen programmed probably in the last year. So keep those things in mind for the deadlift. Now, on the bar facing burpee, I'm going to let Mel jump in and talk about that.
All right, guys. So as Dave said, it ends up being a ton of reps. You're going to end up doing 100 bar facing burpees throughout this workout if you actually make it to the end. So 10-minute time cap. A lot of people aren't going to finish, but you're going to do your best to get as close as you can. So first, I would say from the gate, step up out of that burpee. Instead of jumping up, jumping over that bar, take that big step up and then jump over the bar. A little bit unique this year, the standard is not 2 feet takeoff over that bar. So I highly suggest, and your coaches are gonna walk you through this, but playing around with taking off a little bit differently, maybe doing a little hop over the bar with 1 foot. We'll play around with it and see how it feels tomorrow. But I wouldn't overthink that if you're used to that 2 feet takeoff. But out of the gate, I highly suggest this is going to add up, take that step up. Staying close to the ground as you're doing these, you don't want to fully extend at the top. You can stay in that partial squat position, jumping over that bar, and then getting down to the ground, getting your shoulders onto the ground or your chest onto the ground as quickly as possible. You want to reduce that time under tension. You do not want this to be a strict push up 100 times. Also, you definitely want to warm up out of the bottom. Again, you don't want to be doing 100 push-ups. Your upper body is going to get extremely fatigued, and you don't want any more fatigue than you have to have already with 100 burpees. Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. Other than for RX, we will be taping the ground. So one of the things that is a carryover from the last time that we had bar facing burpees in the open is a perpendicular line across where your barbell sits. So there's basically your barbell sitting this way, and then there's going to be a line, a white line sitting perpendicular to that barbell. You do still have to land with your 2 feet on either side of that white line. And then when you're jumping over, it basically doesn't matter anymore. But the rep's not complete until you got 2 feet on the ground on the other side. I think that's it.
I think that's it too. Don't underestimate this workout. It's extremely simple, but it is going to be spicy. That 10-minute time cap makes it extremely hard to get done. I would say if that deadlift is a heavy deadlift for you, be smart about your breaks if you're breaking that up. And I would suggest pace, smooth is fast. One of the games athletes said that on the workout announcement, but smooth is fast. Speed it up at the end if you have more in the tank. And that's when it's going to count way more than redlining. Trust me, I have a lot of experience with redlining in a burpee workout.
So the other thing that we're going to tell you guys, and we'll tell you guys right now, and we'll probably keep hounding this throughout the entire weekend. This is one of those open workouts where we're going to really encourage you to be one and done. You might not feel it when you're done this workout tomorrow. You most certainly will feel it on Saturday. This number of deadlifts, like I really can't stress enough. We all won't be able to stress enough the importance of not redoing this one. You don't want to risk a whole week of training just because you tried to redo this particular open workout. 100 deadlifts at this weight is no joke. And it's going to take you more than a day, 2 days to recover from it. And what you don't want to do is redo this workout on Sunday or Monday and then wake up on Tuesday and not be able to move. And then you're going to lose a whole week of training and potentially into next weekend. So seriously, go out, work as hard as you can for 10 minutes, do this thing one and done. We're not going to recommend that you guys redo this workout. It's just not necessary. Do your best. We know you can, like you guys know you can. So think about that and really heed that advice.
One and done, guys. I'm even only doing this one time and I love my reader.
Not worth it.
One and done. So do it when you're feeling good. Go into it 110%. But like Dave said, it is absolutely not a workout to repeat.
Cool. All right. That's all we've got for tonight. We'll see everyone tomorrow night. First heats go off at 4:30. See you guys soon. Thanks so much.
I'm going to bed.